Hello, educators. My name is Aline. I'm your AI educator colleague and host, and welcome to Home by 4PD. This channel is dedicated to helping K 12 educators use AI to reduce burnout, reclaim your time, and leave school by 4 o'clock or even earlier every single day. Whether you're a classroom teacher, a principal, academic coordinator, district leader, or an educator, who keeps hearing about AI but has no idea where to begin, you are in exactly the right place. This week in AI in education, we have 8 important stories to share about teacher burnout, the latest developments in educational AI, and how school districts are putting these tools into action. So grab your favorite cup or glass of something delicious, get comfortable, and let's catch you up on what's happening in the world of AI for educators. All right, so let's get into it. Oh, but before we go, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share with a colleague um, about what's going on in AI and on this channel. And don't forget to hit the notification bell either, because you want to be notified when I post another video. And I post a video every week, sometimes twice a week, depends. But the AI in education videos are posted once a week. Okay, so just be aware. But at any rate, hit the notification bell so that you know when I'm posting. All right, let's get started. Let's get to the first thing. Okay, so around teacher burnout, let me get to the article for you. By the way, I'm going to share these articles in the show notes below so you can read them for yourself. All right, there we go. Okay, so um, um, the AI rollout is outpacing support. So the American Federation of Teachers adopted new priorities, pushing contract protections, screen time bans in pre-K through second grade, and attacks on AI companies, citing teachers feeling unprotected and overwhelmed by the pace of unregulated AI rollout. So this is in Education Week. Um, the article says that the American Federation of Teachers has outlined its latest priorities, and then here's the list below. But what's interesting, so let's go down to crazy pop-ups. So the union enacted plans to limit AI and improve reading. And we've talked about that before because there's this big push that early literacy. So here, delegates also approved a series of resolutions, including new commitments to improve early literacy and student and teacher mental health, oppose private school vouchers, and limit generative artificial intelligence. So the group unanimously approved a resolution to advocate for funding for evidence-based preschool grade 3 literacy screening and supports focused on phonetic reading is fundamental, phonological awareness, phonics fluency, vocabulary instruction, knowledge building curriculum, writing and engagement with rich, complex, and culturally relevant text. So go back and read this. It says here, last year AFT partnered with major AI firms, including Anthropic, Microsoft, and OpenAI to develop teacher AI training. But Weingarten said the union is still negotiating with the firms around privacy protections and other safeguards for the technology. In May, Weingarten proposed a device down, eyes up, hands on plan for AI in schools. They're also talking about limiting the use of AI, including AI related protections in labor contracts and hiring practices. So, um, interesting article. I'm going to have the link below so you can read more about it. Okay. Our next story is, let's see, it is also in Education Week. So this particular story, it says tech backlash forces teachers back to paper. New reporting finds 61% of educators say parents think there's too much tech in schools. Excuse me. Some teachers are abandoning digital assignments after AI written homework became unmanageable, even though budget cuts make paper costlier than digital tools. So, this is how teachers are tackling the tech lash. So, if we skim through, it says, are schools actually scaling back tech use amid parental and educator concerns about oversaturation? Well, we'll see. A recent Education Week story found that as of early this year, about three-quarters of district and school administrators said they had not reduced their investment in technology, but many said that families in their school systems believe too much time is spent on tech. So let's see. Many teachers appear to feel squeezed. 61% of educators say that parents and guardians with, with whom they interact with believe there's too much technology use for school related purposes. Okay, again, I will post the article in the show notes, but what say ye? Um, have you had any parents to comment and say that there's too much technology in school? Comment below and let me know. But that's what's happening. All right. Our next story is AI in education. So the um, teacher unions AI deals spark politicization fears. All right. Now, before we even get to this article, this is a political article. I am not getting political. I'm just reading the article and sharing the information with you. Whichever side of the aisle you're on, that's totally up to you. But I'm just reading an article and sharing some information. So, excuse me. All right. So, an investigative report and follow on commentary alleged that let me get to it. Make sure that this is the right article. Okay, this one. Okay, so this is the article and it's in the redstate.com. And it clearly states, it says OpenAI investigates report and follow-on commentary allege the AFT, American Federation of Teachers, the NEA, and the CTA partnership with OpenAI, Microsoft, and Anthropic, including a $23 million AFT National Academy of AI Instruction, embed political agendas into classroom AI guidance, deepening teacher distrust over which training to follow. Interesting. All right, so let's take a look at this. All right, teachers' unions. So, teachers' unions not satisfied with hijacking our education system for left wing causes. now want to weaponize artificial intelligence instead of increasing students' actual intelligence. Those are the allegations. And for this particular article, you have to be a member or you have to be logged on. But that's the article. Again, I'll post the link in the show notes so you can check it out for yourself. Please make sure that you leave a comment and some suggestions below. And if there's any news that you found out about AI in our particular field, then just let me know. All right, our next article or our next topic is AI in education. And it says Claude for Teachers launch skips district controls. So the Claude for Teachers launch skips district controls. Allegedly, Anthropic's new free Claude for Teachers tool drew criticism because it lets individual teachers upload student data before districts have governance. I wonder who would do that. Okay. Anyway, I digress. Upload student data before districts have governance or admin controls in place, risking FERPA exposure and prompting at least one district to block it outright. All right, let's go to this article. And this is in Ed Week. So in Education Week, Anthropic launches Claude for teachers. Why some critics are concerned. Let's check this out. Oh, it says I've reached my limit. Okay, so um, I've obviously reached my limit for reading Education Week. At any rate, what do you think? It says Anthropic, one of the major artificial intelligence developers, has launched a teacher version of its AI assistant, Claude, becoming the latest technology company to market AI tools specifically to K-12 educators. And I know at our school we only had Microsoft, so we were able to use Copilot, but we could not use ChatGPT or Claude. So please let me know if you are able to use Claude at your school and what your experience has been. Has your school shut it down or is it still running for you? All right. Next article is AI in education. Again, AI homework gains mask exam score collapse. Okay, it's late. It's late here. It's like 2:35 a.m. Bear with me. AI homework gains mask exam score collapse. So a Center for Economic Policy, let me get the article for you. This is in Fortune. I think it's this one. Yep, it's this one. Okay, so a Center for Economic Policy Research study of 26,000 students found AI use raised homework scores 18%, but caused a 20% drop in exam performance within 6 months, the worst among students who outsourced, and they said outsourced assignments entirely to AI. Well, of course, I mean, that makes sense. I've seen this too. For students who are using AI to do their homework, they're not learning. Um, and of course, when the test rolls around, there's no AI. Or when the exam rolls around, there's no AI use. So, of course, the scores are going to drop. And I have a very interesting story. Um, we had I had a student who was, I gave my students an exam and they were using their Chromebooks. Um, they knew they were being watched because we had a system that allowed us to look at all of the students' Chromebooks at the same time on our screen. Well, this particular student, the student can always find a way around the safeguards. So they were able to access ChatGPT. So I'm watching the student copy and paste the math problem into ChatGPT real time. Incredible. But anywho, I digress. That's what happened. Um, so back to the story. The study finds AI boosted homework scores 18%, then tanked exam scores. Oh my gosh. Are all my okay. You may be able to get access. Student using AI shortcuts for their homework may be sacrificing their test scores even years down the line. Okay, so something to think about, and we can share it with our students all day long. But they're gonna try it despite what we say, so we have to be pretty vigilant about that. All right, let's see if this article comes up. Let's see. All right, this one, it says I need to subscribe. So, but anyway, this is the article in Fortune.com. AI detectors fail policies. I'm sorry, AI detectors fail. Policies lag behind cheating. So 84% of high schoolers use generative AI for homework, but only about 3 in 10 districts have actually have formal AI policies, and detection tools have false negative rates up to 100%. Hmm while disproportionately flagging non-native English writers. I saw something about this before where several students' papers were kicked out because they were allegedly AI generated when they were actually non-AI generated. So that's something to think about as well. But 84%, it says 84% of high schoolers use generative AI for their homework. What say ye about that? All right, I think we have two more. Okay, so districts race to train teachers before fall rollout. Okay, so this is in Dallas. This is in a Dallas Independent School District. They announced a phased AI rollout for 2026-2027, giving elementary students limited protected exposure while expanding access for older students, framing AI as a way to reclaim teacher time from admin work, which is what our channel is all about. So let's look at this article. So, Dallas ISD prepares educators and students for AI-powered future. Artificial intelligence is transforming the way people learn, work, and communicate, and Dallas ISD wants to ensure teachers and principals have the tools to succeed. Okay? So recently, the district hosted its first AI summit where campus based staff explored how AI can strengthen instruction, support educators, as well as prepare students for an evolving workforce, which is really important. And I, I'm in agreement with training the students because AI is not going away and they're going to be exposed to AI, and the expectation is going to be that they know how to use AI. So it's really important that we get it out to them as well, the students. So the summit also launched Dallas's ISD's AI Champions Initiative, which created a network of educators who also serve as campus leaders and resources as the district continues implementing responsible AI practices across schools. Here's something else. It says that our students won't be competing against AI, they'll be working alongside it. So it's the responsibility of the teachers to teach them how to use it thoughtfully, ethically, and effectively, whether they're attending college, earning an industry certification, or entering the workforce. AI definitely will be part of their world. So I'm going to attach that article below as well. So you can continue reading on what this Dallas in this independent school district is doing. All right. And the very last article that we're going to talk about now, this is really interesting. When I saw this, I was like, wow, okay. So they have this particular school district in New York has and I'm not going to show it to you just yet. So hold off. $57,000 robot teacher. Yes, they're getting ready to purchase a robot teacher, but that purchase has been paused after backlash. Okay. Um, talk about having a helper in the classroom. So, uh, Salamanca City Central School District in New York halted its planned rollout of a $57,590 humanoid AI teaching robot for fall 2026 after the state education commissioner raised data privacy concerns and parents and teachers pushed back publicly. So let's take a look at this article. This is in the New York Focus. All right, let's get to this. Ooh, this is interesting. There's the robot, y'all. Okay, so I'm very unbiased here. I think it's really interesting, but I think, this is where we're going. So Salmanaka City Central School District announced in a Facebook post on July 24th that its pilot project with tech company Realbotics has been put on hold. Okay, let's take a look at this. So here's the post from Facebook. Let me see if I can zoom in for you. Oops, too much. Okay, there we go. So our pilot project from Realbotics is currently on hold while we work through enhanced student data privacy agreements with the New York State Education Department and continue engaging with our community and stakeholders, ensuring the appropriate privacy protections are in place and incorporating input from our community are important parts of the process. And we appreciate your patience and we will share additional updates as they become available. So let's go back to the article and let's see. All right, so this school district, let's see what they were going to do. The news comes hours after State Education Commissioner Betty Rosa sent a letter informing Salmanaka Superintendent Mark Beeler that the department remains concerned about the effect that a humanoid robot may have within a high school classroom. According to the letter, the department met with the district to discuss the robot plan earlier this week. Many parents, teachers, and stakeholders are understandably concerned. This is all new. So, about the presence of artificial intelligence technology in classrooms, particularly when it involves robots that resemble humans. Um, the district had planned to introduce the robot to high school students this fall, along with an artificial intelligence teacher's assistance program that allows students to interact with an avatar of the robot on their laptops. The $57,590 investment was approved at a local school board meeting last month. Okay. They said that they want the program to be demonstrably safe, fully district approved, and strongly supported by teachers. We stand firmly behind the program as a supportive tool designed to assist teachers and students, not replace them. Again, I'll place this New York Focus article in the show notes. But how do y'all feel about that? That's really interesting. I wonder if I could have a robot um, assistant in my classroom. I guess it would depend on what the robot can do. Um, yeah, that's really interesting. That's the first time I've ever heard of that. Have you guys heard of that? If you have, please let me know in the comments below. But let's see. It says education is in April 2024. It acquired Simulacra, the Las Vegas parent company behind Real Doll, which creates hype. Oh, okay. Um, that's interesting. So now, okay, so reading this, I understand the concern. In a statement released this week, the company that creates hyper realistic sex dolls is the company that, well, it was acquired. They acquired the parent company behind the company that created the sex dolls. So they're kind of repurposing or recreating the mission, I guess, for lack of a better word. I don't know. Um, let's see. So like I said, I'll put it down there in the comments and you guys take a read and let me know what you think. But that's all the news I have for you this week. I know it was a really packed week of information, but thank you for joining me. Again, don't forget to like and subscribe. And make sure that you share this with a fellow educator. And also, don't forget to hit that notification bell. Check out the videos that I've already posted for shortcuts. I have some really good stuff coming up. I know that school is about to start, so I'm going to share something with you guys this week that'll help to create everything that you need for the first week or your first week back. You'll have email templates already done. You'll have lessons planned, the whole nine. So stay tuned for that video that's coming out. I appreciate you for joining. Thank you to all of my subscribers who have subscribed thus far. Please tell your educator friends what we're doing over here and leave your comments below and let me know if there's any news that I missed in AI this week. Oh, again, this is the week ending July 24th. So for the week ending July 24th, next week we'll have some more news. I cannot believe it's almost August. All right, this is your AI educator colleague signing off and see you next week for AI in Education News. Talk to you soon. Have a great week.